Hello guys, welcome to the 5th Java tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to learn about decision making in Java. Now, decision making is a really basic concept in any programming language because the program needs to make certain decisions based on certain conditions. It just can't go on its flow every time. So that is a very important concept, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you a bit about it, and in my next tutorial we'll be having more advanced decision making techniques. So let's start with the text editor and choosing language as Java. Right, okay, as usual, public class, okay, let's name it decisions. Okay, no, let's name it calculator. No, okay. Oh man, I'm crazy, isn't it? Get max. Max, just let's call it max. And as in any class, we have public static void main. Alright. Okay. Now, what this program is going to do is going to accept two sort of numbers from the user, and it's going to return the largest number. Okay, so as you know how to take input, first you have to make two integer variables, and keep in mind that this program will only deal with integers and not with point values. So int value 1, int value 2. Now in here what we're going to do is we're going to make the program read value 1 and value 2 from the command line. That can be achieved by value 1 equals, as we have, integer.parse int args no arg0. So the first argument is value 1, and let's just copy it. We don't need to write it all over again, and just indent it. And this value 2, integer.parseInt args0, and no 0, it should be 1 for the next argument. Now we have got the integer values into value 1 and value 2. Now we need to process it. We need to find which one of the two is largest. So we can't do that if we have a usual flow of the program. So if we don't have the decision making techniques, what our program will look like is system.out.println value 1, because we really can't tell which number is largest. So in order to do this, in order to avoid a static flow of a program, we need an if statement. Now, if statement consists of the if keyword, brackets. Inside the brackets we have conditions, like if value 1 is greater than value 2, if value 2 is less than value 1, if this happens, if something happens, if some value is not there, if some value is like this or like that. And so if, then we have brackets, and inside the brackets we have conditions. Now outside the bracket you can have curly braces, or you may not. If you want to execute just one statement after if, you do not need a curly brace. But if after the if statement, if you need to execute more than one line of code, then you need a curly brace. So in here we don't need more curly braces. So because after the if statement we are only going to execute one line, which is system.out.println value, or whatever is more. So alright, so let's write our condition. If value 1 is greater than equal to value 2. And that greater than equal to means that if value 1 is more than or it's equal to value 2. Now if it's more than value 2, then it should print system dot dot print line value 1. Now what's happening here is, if value 1 is greater than or equal to value 2, that means if value 1 is more than or equal to value 2, then print value 1, because if it's more than, then of course it is the largest, and if it's equal to, then it just doesn't matter which one you print it out. So alright, so now let's run our program. Alright, now let's run our program. Let's save it, and as usual the class name should be equal to the file name, so max.java, and save it. Terminal, what we need is javac max.java, and let it compile. Success. So java max, oh yeah, we need to pass our arguments, space, let's enter two numbers, 20 and 10. 20, whoa, it got it. Okay, let's enter 10, 20. See, that did not happen, because in here in our if statement we have value 1. If value 1 is more than or equal to value 2, then do this. In here value 1 is not more than and is not equal to value 2, so it didn't know where to go. It did not know what will happen if this statement is false. For that we need else statement, so we need to write here else, and for else you don't need any condition, because it will happen if the if condition is false, then the else will be executed. So, and after else, if you have just one line to execute, you don't need the curly braces. However, if you have got like more than one line to execute or a block of code, then you need curly braces. But in here we don't have a block of code, we only have one line, which is system.out.println. So effectively we don't need it. So what's happening here is, if value 1 is greater than or equal to value 2, then print out value 1, of course it is the largest, and else if it's not, then print out system.out.println value 2. So that means obviously this condition is false. That means obviously value 1 greater than value 2 is false. That means value 2 is more than value 1, and that means we have to print out value 2. So alright, so let's run our updated code, and let's just recompile it. Alright, 1020. No, first let's test 2010. 20. Whoa, it works. And then let's just 1020. 20. Yes, it works. Okay, let's make some improvements in the program. Let's introduce another variable called result, which is int result, or int largest. So if value 1 is greater than or equal to value 2, then largest equals value 1, else largest equals value 2. So what we are doing is, okay, and in here we need to replace this by largest. So what we are doing here is, we are comparing value 1 and value 2. If value 1 is greater than or equal to value 2, then we are assigning the largest as the value to the value of value 1, and we are printing out the largest. And in here we are doing and if that is false, then you're doing largest equals value 2, and then you're printing out the largest. Now in here we can't do this, because after if statement, if you have a block of code, more than one line of code to execute, you need curly braces. So make braces here and here. Well, it's not compulsory to have a brace here. You can have a brace here if you want, but I just prefer a brace here. So else, now you must match braces. If you miss this brace, then it's gonna consider this as ending brace for this. It's gonna consider this and this, and then it's gonna miss a brace for this. So it's gonna create a chaos in the code. So you must match the braces. Let's run it, save it, compile it, run it. 20, 20, oh sorry, 20, yeah, works. Okay, so that was the main foundation of the decision making in Java. So after this, what we are going to do in my next tutorial is to have a bit more information about the if-else statement in Java, and a bit more information about the another type of decision-making techniques in Java, which we call switch. So till then, I'll see you guys after in my next tutorial. So till then, see you, bye, and have a nice day.